Sorry about that. All right, so it is our third. This is our third call, right? We've been doing this our third week of the group, and this week is the week where we are going to be talking about your role in the challenge groups. I know that everybody just sort of came back from the holiday weekend, and probably you're trying to get back into the swing of things. I know my kids are still off today, so we're kind of all off of our routine over here. But I just kind of want to do a quick gut check with each one of you now that we're on the call. How are things going? Have you gotten some challengers to join a challenge group with you? Have you been putting yourself out there and inviting other people? Have you followed up? Are you tracking? Are you really focusing on doing your vital behaviors? How are things going for you guys? And then you guys are all muted, so if you want to say something, you can just unmute yourself, or you can type it in the chat bar too. Anything?
For me, it's been very difficult to talk to people. I get so nervous having the conversation with them.
So what's making you nervous about the conversation?
I don't know. I guess I'm just I don't want to sell them. I want to say the right thing. And I don't know. I'm so nervous.
Mm-hmm. You're nervous that they're going to say no, or are you just psyching yourself out, or what is it? Yeah, you're psyching yourself out. So, one of the things, I don't know if you guys have read The Compound Effect yet. That's the book that we're reading in this group. But there's another one. It's called Rock Your Network Marketing Business. It's by Sarah Robbins. She's a Roden and Fields consultant. She's pretty high up there in the company. And she wrote this book. And it's a really, really good book, How to Become a Network Marketing Rockstar. And for me, this was really good because I did not come into Beachbody having any sort of background in network marketing. So I really had to shift my mindset. And so one of the things, that I'll give you a piece of advice, Crystal, is that whenever I would go to sit down and I would go to do my business, I would always say to myself, am I offering somebody a service that doesn't work? Absolutely not. I know that Beachbody works. Why? Well, because it's worked for me, right? I've gotten fitness results. I have changed my eating habits. I know what it feels like to be a part of that support system. And I know that when people invest in the challenge pack, I know when they do the workout as it's laid out, I know when they drink Shakeology, they're going to feel better because I feel that way. And I feel very confident at telling people that they need to purchase the product so that I can help them get results because I believe in it. I really believe in it. And so the way when you go to sit down and go to send your messages or do your follow-ups, you want to come from a place of genuine, I genuinely want to help you succeed. I know that this is a solution that is going to help you. And so when you're talking to somebody and they have commented on your post or they've asked you for more information, they're saying, I want to know more about what you do. So I always say to myself, okay, I want to make sure that I'm asking them the right questions first. If they say, hey, I'm interested in that group you're doing, or I see you working out every day, what are you doing? I always come from a place of find out what interests them, find out what from that person are they struggling with, find out from that person, do they know about Beachbody workouts, just ask them, what's your nutrition like? What do you struggle with? Is it emotional eating? Is it the meal planning part of it? Is it just workout accountability? And then when they answer you, you say, you relate to them. I understand where you're coming from because, and then you kind of tell a story about yourself. That was me before Beachbody, or I didn't have any idea how to read labels, or I always used to quit everything that I started until Beachbody, and this is how I overcame it. So you're trying to relate to people, and you just have to get out of your own mind that you're trying to sell them, because it's not that you're trying to sell them, you're trying to help them find a solution that works for them, and you're going to guide them through that process. And so, yes, people have to purchase a product to be a part of your challenge groups. Otherwise, you're just going to work for free for the rest of your life. And so you have to get into your mind, yes, you are going to have to purchase something but that's how I get compensated for what I, sorry. But I just say, that's how I get compensated for what I do is, when you purchase the products through me, then I can help you start and finish the program and get the results that you're supposed to get. That's my job. That's what I do. And so when I sort of phrase it that way, people understand. It's kind of like you wouldn't walk into a gym and say, I'm not going to pay for your service, but I'm going to take your classes, right? Like I went to take a spin class this morning. I would never walk into Cycle Bar and say, I want to take your class, but I don't want to pay for it. That would be disrespecting the instructor. That would be, that's not how, and so you have to look at it the same way. If people say to you, you're motivating me, you're inspiring me, then you say, well, I offer a service. And the service is I run these online accountability and support groups for customers who purchase the products and the programs through me. And then this is the service I provide. I help you start and finish the program so you get the results. And so that's the way that you want to look at that. All right. Does that make sense? Make a little bit more sense. Your job is to be confident in knowing that this is the service and what you provide. I think you guys froze. I don't know if you guys can still hear me okay or not. Okay. All right, good. Okay. So how do you bring it up to people? I have some interest and started telling people who act like they're interested, send them the link. Well, and so that might be the other thing is maybe you are just sending the link too fast. So when people say that they're interested, I don't just send them the link. Because they said they're interested, they're really just telling you that they're curious about what you have to offer. Now you need to go through the forming process of finding out who the person is. Before you ever make a recommendation, I never send a link. When somebody says they're interested, I want to ask questions. So you want to ask people, what interests you most about this challenge group, or what interests you most about Beachbody? Is there a specific product or program that has piqued your interest? What are you struggling with? So I find out what people are interested in, and then I don't just say, I never send somebody a link and say, go pick a challenge pack and let me know which one you decide. That is the work. You'll get, some people will ignore you every single time. You want to go through the conversation of, what kind of workouts you want to do. Do you want to do something strength training? Do you want to do something that's cardio? A mixture of both. What would you say your ability level is? Beginner, intermediate, or advanced? And then from their response, then you're going to say, I suggest this specific workout, 21-day fix extreme, country heat, PiYo, whatever. And then you tell them why. And then I just go on to YouTube. I type in 21-day fix and trailer for Beachbody, and I will send them a little video clip and say, watch this video clip for the 21-day fix. I think this program would be good for you, and here is why, right? And so then I send them that specific clip. And then once they say that's the program I want to do, or I want to do, Beachbody on demand, or I have the whole catalog, then from there I would send them the link to place the order. All right. So I go through that process first. If I send somebody the link and they don't get back to me, it's like radio silence and it's been 24 or 48 hours, I follow up and I say, hey, Tamara, I've got one spot left in the group. I'm holding it for you. I know I sent you the link. Let me know if you're still planning on making the purchase. Let me know if you still are interested in joining the group. You're going to have to get your order in by midnight tonight in order to be a part of it. And I don't add people into a challenge group until I see their order in the back office, because it's easier to not add somebody than have to take them out of a group because they didn't make a purchase. I think that's harder. So I never add somebody until I see their order go through my back office. Okay, let me see. My friend's mom told me she wanted to join the program. I asked her a bunch and she asked for the link. I told her 21-day fix was best for her. She wanted to look at everything. So then, yeah, of course. So then I would follow up. That's one really important thing, is following up with people. Within 24 hours, if you've sent somebody a link, hey, did you get a chance to take a look at the information I sent you? My group is coming up, or I'm getting ready to kick off a new group. I want you to have your stuff in time if you'd like to join, or wanted to see if you had any questions about it. So, Sherry, you're going to want to follow up. Maybe you offer to get on the phone. Hey, would you like, do you have have 5 minutes, I can, answer any questions you have on the phone about the program. So, and then two, it was Thanksgiving. A lot of people were away. A lot of people traveled. People were busy. So today would be a really good day to start the follow-ups, because I know that people are getting back into their fitness routine now, or they're thinking about how bad they did over the weekend or whatnot. So, so that's another thing as well. All right. My challenge is inviting. They want information after I reach out, and then they go ghost. Yeah. So if you reach out and you're inviting and then they go quiet, so it's kind of two parts. You have to follow up. You've got to send them a message. You have to say to the person, hey, I know you were interested in the group. You asked for more information. Did you get it? Or, did you have a chance to look at it? Or would you like to, I have 5 minutes. Would you like to chat on the phone, or would you like to chat through Messenger? What questions do you have? So not everybody is going to come back and say, yep, I'm interested. I'm in. Tell me where to sign up. Just some people are not, but just because they may not commit right now doesn't mean they won't commit ever. It really does mean like, no, not right now. I'm going to maybe watch you, for a little bit longer. I'm going to see if this is really something I want to do. So you're going to have that group of people. Then you're going to have people that said, oh yes, I do want to join. I just didn't get a chance to purchase yet. The second thing to that is going to be what you do in the interim. So for example, I have two people this morning that have been watching me for over a year. Somebody said 2 years today. They have been following me on social media, and that they thought that I was motivating. And all of this time, every single day on my Instagram stories, I do an invite to either challenge groups or coaching. Every single week, I'm inviting and I'm talking about. I am as consistent as it gets, with my social media. 2 years people follow me before they decide that they're going to make a commitment. And it was me posting about a sale that I was doing tonight that got that person to request to join. So what you do, what you put out there on social media is going to get people to trust you and is going to get people to take action. And if you are afraid of sharing your journey, your story, what's working for you, if you are afraid to publicly put invites out there, you are shooting yourself in the foot. And this is just me giving you a little bit of tough love. Like, you have to use social media to your advantage, because this is where people decide whether or not they want to join you. This is where people watch your habits, they watch your discipline, they watch your consistency, and then they make a decision. Yes, I would like to join Lindsay, or nope, I don't want to join Melanie, right? They decide, they make a decision based on your actions. So I know that posting is not always the most comfortable thing to do, and it does take some practice, but it is like your slight edge. It is the slight edge that gives you that edge above the rest. And it is not just posting a workout selfie every single day. It is through your words, through your social media, is teaching people mindset and discipline and consistency and nutrition and fitness, and talking about that in such a way that inspires people to take action, that challenges them to, get out from under that emotional eating habit or yo-yo dieting or unhealthy trends that they've been doing, and to make a step in the right direction. This is your ability to do that. But if you are like one post a day, and then you don't post for 3 days, and then you post 3 times in one day, and then you go back to nothing for 3 days, like, you are not showing people any kind of consistency. All right. So, it's got to be a consistent pace, and it takes time. It does take time, but you will get there. So remember that you're sending these invites, but what people see when they scroll through Instagram and through Facebook is they're going to see your day-to-day actions, the meal planning, the prepping, your favorite recipes, your mindset, your motivation, your workout, your transformation. Those will be sort of points in your corner helping people to make a decision. Okay. So that's very, very important. How do I figure it out? Just get a calendar together and sit down and say to myself, okay, what do I want to post about this week? Maybe make a list of 10 things that people ask you over and over and over again. 10 things that things people ask you over and over. What is a challenge group? What is Shakeology? It's to think of objections people get you. Oh, I don't drink a shake, or oh, that's too expensive, or oh, I got to go to the gym. or, I can't give up wine. So and so what would our objection be if somebody says, I don't want to give up my wine over the holidays, but I really want to lose weight? Well, you don't have to, because on the 21-day fix, your yellow container is your wine, right? And so wouldn't a great post be your yellow container full of wine, and you talk about balance, right? You talk about the holidays. So you have to just put on that creative cap and start to be a little creative of how you can show people that balance and how you're living it. And just to be unapologetically you and not be afraid, because you run a health and fitness business. And any good marketing person understands that you have to leverage that social media in order to get customers. You'll even see that with companies. How many companies do you now see that are on Facebook, that are now on Instagram, that have Insta stories? How many of you follow Target or a Pottery Barn? Or, I think of all like HGTV, they all have accounts where they are showing you products and programs and things that they are doing. And you are essentially your own brand and product. And everybody's brand is different. So you can't say, oh, well, I don't look like Melanie, so I'm not going to be successful at this. Or, oh, I don't look like Alyssa. That's not it. Maybe you are going to speak to a different niche, a different market, and a different background too. So yes, definitely have that calendar and writing down like that list of 10 things that people constantly ask you about, or what are 10 things that people are really struggling with right now, especially during the holidays. What are your biggest objections? Those become your posts. Anybody have like a 3-day refresh lying around their house that they could do? Like, that's another big one. Everybody after Thanksgiving thinks to themselves, holy cow, I just totally overdid it. I just ate all things. I feel disgusting. Pull out that 3-day refresh, or order it, or talk about it. Do the 3-day refresh. Talk about resetting your palate and getting your body back to normal, kicking the sugar cravings, getting on the scale on day 1, taking a picture, and then you journaling those 3 days of a 3-day refresh. I bet you would sell a 3-day refresh to somebody if you did that. But it's very much so like you leading by example and talking about it and what it's for and how it's helping you along the way. Okay. All right. So, and it's as far as like posting goes and not sure if your information is engaging. So obviously when it comes to post, you will find what is engaging or not, because you will get likes or no likes. You will get comments or no comments. It will take you about 60 days of consistency before you can begin to see your trend. You will find that always the better response is personal stuff, your family, friends, things you're doing. But recipes, like I would play around with recipes where you actually give people a recipe. Images, make your images engaging, give people tips, give people a meal plan, give people advice, a quote, but start playing around with it. And then maybe on your list, every time you make your list and you make posts, maybe you just track it. Maybe you track your trends and say, hey, this week my highest engagement actually came from recipes, or my highest engagement came from, meal planning tips, or whatever it might be. So that's how you can gauge what people are interested that follow you, and then you begin to make sure that you have those staples into your every single week. Things that will never get a lot of engagement are like challenge group posts or coaching posts. They just don't, but it doesn't mean people aren't watching. They see it. It just, that doesn't tend to be the most clicked things that you get. All right. So the big thing I really wanted to talk about today was obviously getting your challengers into your challenge groups, but then supporting them, supporting your customers, because that is so important. So your business it's just as important to acquire new customers as it is to make sure that you are supporting them the right way. So every single month, your job as a coach, your bare minimum is to get 3 new customers or coaches that buy a challenge pack or Shakeology on Home Direct. All right. That gets you to Success Club. If you think about that, if you get 3 customers this month, if you get 3 customers next month, you get 3 customers the month after that. And then those 3 customers get amazing results. They stay on their Shakeology. They stay on their Performance Line supplements. Maybe they add in additional things, and your residual income from that customer is going to go up. And then you're going to compound your new customers. So in your mind, every month you are acquiring your acquisition of new customers, at least 3 to 5 new customers every month. That should be a goal. I want everybody or find a way, put like 3 sticky notes up on your computer screen or 3 little check boxes. And when you get those 3 new customers, you've hit the bare minimum. All right. Then your second phase is keeping your customers, helping them to get great results. So let's think about some of the things that we know that our customers are going to struggle with. Number 1, they are going to need help navigating Beachbody On Demand. How do they find their fitness program? Where is the nutrition guide? How do they download the program manual? How do they take their measurements and their pictures? What equipment are they going to need? Like, these are all the things that you want to make sure that prior to day 1 of your customers pushing play, that they have done these things. They've set themselves up for success. All right. So that's your job to help them with that. The second thing is most of the time they don't know how to make Shakeology and they don't know how to make it right. And they don't really know what the importance of it is yet. So it is your job to make sure that you share with them how to make Shakeology. You know, what are some of your favorite recipes, to put even a little reminder on your calendar for 7 days from, or maybe 14 days from the day they purchased, to make sure that they've opened their Shakeology, they've made their first one, and you know how they liked it. All right. And then you want to follow up with them after their first full week. And again, you can set a reminder on your phone or on your computer, in your calendar if you want, but find out, okay, it's been 1 full week of you drinking Shakeology. How are you feeling? Because there are going to be people that have some issues with it. There are going to be people that they eat like crap. They eat fast food 5 days a week. They eat a lot of processed foods. And so when they start putting all of this nutrition in their body, do you know what your body actually does? It actually rebels at first. The first month of clean eating for me personally, I felt worse. I had a headache. I was really tired. I was grumpy. I had withdrawal. I was bloated. I had like the fiber. My body didn't understand. All of a sudden I was putting all this fiber in my body. So I actually was kind of sick. And most of us would go, oh my gosh, this product doesn't work. It's making me sick. No, it's just that you've changed so much at once that your body's trying to catch up. So I always say to people, it's about day 10 of clean eating, of following, your portion fix plan, where you're going to start to feel better. You may have a slight headache. That's the detox. That's your body kind of detoxing from processed sugar, processed foods. You might have a headache. You may be grumpy. You may have some brain fog. Allow yourself a little bit of rest. Make sure you pay attention to how many hours of sleep that you're getting a night. So I would definitely make sure that you're thinking about, oh, they're going to be so sore. Make sure you tell people, don't skip your workout. Even if you're sore, don't skip it. The Beachbody creates workout programs in a sequential order. Follow the calendar that they give you. Drink your water. If you're really sore, take an Epsom salt bath. Think about, what are the things that you do to push yourself through? What are the problems things that you came up against at certain points? We all know the weekends are hard. So how do you arm people for the weekend so that they have a good weekend? These are all things that go into, you can put these in your challenge group too. So these are posts and things you can talk about that can help support them in the challenge group. So you want to make sure that your customers are starting and finishing that program and getting the best results that you can possibly get them. Now, I don't message my customers every single day. And some of you were my customers before you became coaches, and you know that about me, right? But I would say to you, especially starting out, I used to do this all the time. I just have a little piece of notebook paper that had my customers listed, and I made it every Thursday morning. I would check in with everybody, and I just send a private message, and I would just say like, hey, I'm thinking about you. We're 1 week into our group. How are you doing with the workouts? Have you been drinking your Shakeology every day? How is it making you feel? Is anything tripping you up at all that I can help you with? And I just send a private message. Because it's just good to touch base outside of the group as much as it is inside of the group, and just make it a weekly thing that you always check in with your customers. And then I make sure that in the challenge group, I am active. I post my workout every night before I go to bed. I try to post my food kind of check in for the day, because whatever you're telling your customers you want them to do, you need to do it too. Another thing is, if you're in the challenge group, you want to make sure you comment on your customers' posts. think about it. If you go into a group every day and nobody likes or comments, are you going to eventually stop doing it? Yes, because you're not getting reinforced for sharing. You think nobody cares about you, right? And so you, as the sponsoring coach, want to make sure, even if it's your mom or your sister or your best friend, like you want to, words of encouragement every single day in the group are very, very helpful. So, and then the other piece of advice when it comes to running effective challenge groups are this. If you quit, if you're a flake, if you aren't disciplined and you and like day 12 are like, I'm just not going to show up anymore. I'm on to the next. I'm going to start advertising for my next challenge group. People are going to leave you. They're going to switch coaches. They're going to find a coach that supports them. Like, you have to be consistent. So I love coaching for this aspect, that it makes me be reliable. It makes me start and finish a program because I know people are counting on me. So even if your group goes radio silent and your customers aren't checking in as much, I want you to show up until the day you said you were ending that group, no matter what. All right. So I want you to show up. I will do, like, if my customers are really quiet, I'll send them private messages. Hey, could you check into the group daily and rate your food? Or I'll say, like, hey, if somebody's asking me private questions, like through chat, I'll say, that's a good question. I'm going to answer it in the group because I'm sure other people feel the same way. Like, I will run little mini challenges, and whoever posts a recipe today gets, a prize, and I'll send little prizes, or, little things, little cute water bottles. Like, I'll find ways to keep people engaged if I need to keep people engaged in the group. But that's part of our job. Our job is to show up and support people, and help them start and finish and get the best results possible. Okay. All right. Let me see. We don't need to check in daily with our challengers. Yeah, you might be smothering them. I would not check in. I would, unless somebody asks you to, but I don't, because I just think people, that's why we have the challenge group. That's why we actually have the physical group, is for them to check in with, unless you're doing some sort of thing on the back end as well. Questions about how to support customers? Questions at all? They're really good videos. Have you guys gone to the Shakeology YouTube channel yet? Has anybody gone over there and checked that out? If you go onto YouTube, find the Shakeology YouTube channel, there is tons of recipes and tips and all kinds of stuff. So I would definitely go in there and pull some videos and, maybe make that, especially today. Here's another one. Go live in your group, or make a little video for your group to talk to them about how you make your Shakeology. Like, it doesn't need to be fancy or pretty, but just talk to them about it. What do you put in it? How do you make it? What do you do? So they can see you sort of in action. That always is very helpful too. All right. So supporting your customers is key. Questions? Any more questions about that?
Okay, so if we're in the same challenge group, the Holiday Survival, but I want my people to see that, do I just post it as a regular post of something like the Shakeology or whatever I'm going to post about? Just do it like a regular post so that I know that my few challengers can see it?
Yeah, so you would put it into the Holiday Survival Guide.
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
You don't have to put it on your Facebook page unless you wanted to.
Unless I wanted to.
Yeah, unless you wanted to. But if it's something where you're giving the challengers tips in the group, you can post it right in the group.
Okay.
So
I guess I just worry about, I want to motivate them and make sure they're doing what they're doing, but then I kind of don't know what I need to be posting, like the night before. Okay, I probably need to post something about, I don't know, and then I get stuck, like, okay, what can I put out there, because I need to put something, or am I fine just doing my daily, my workout, what I'm going to eat, or my shake, or things like that?
Are you talking about in the group or just on social media?
Well, I guess in the group for my challengers.
Yeah.
Something that would be helpful for them to look at and, like, I don't know, take in.
Yeah. So think about it. Like, before you go to bed at night, what do you think about that prepares you for the next day? What are your routines and habits that have helped?
Oh, okay.
Things that have helped.
Yes. Like last night, I set out my clothes so that I would get up and grab them and go. And I thought about posting that, but I didn't know. I don't know. I don't know. Talk myself out of everything, I guess.
No, yeah, so that's good. Take a picture of it and just say, like, hey, here's a tip for you. If you struggle to get out of bed in the morning, set your alarm clock on the other side of the room, lay out your clothes, sleep in your clothes, but that's helpful, like the more people, and even though it's my challenge group, it's the more people that give feedback, the better it is, because
Okay.
it's just like, it's good to have other perspectives of people.
Okay.
So you should absolutely share that stuff. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. How do we do the challenge group with the app for people that are not big on Facebook? So if you have somebody so basically if you go to, if you have not gone into the Coach Online Office, the app is really easy to set up. So I would choose either Facebook or the app, and that's a total personal decision of where you want to run your challenge groups. But the app is really, really easy. Now, as the sponsoring coach, all you do is you go to the website, and it's www.mychallengetrackerportal.com. And I'll just show you this. Like here, this is it. And when you go to the My Challenge Tracker portal, you just put in your coach email that you use to log into your Beachbody website, and you use the same password, same exact password that you would use to log into Beachbody. All right. Now, your customers cannot see this portal. This is only for you as a sponsoring coach, but they can download the Challenge Tracker app onto their phone, and then they will be able to log in. So you could go in and you could create a group, right? So I could call this my holiday survival guide group. I can set my start date for, the 27th. I can set my end date for whatever I want it to be. It'll tell me it's 35 days. You can make it program specific or multi-program. You can give a brief description. You can add an image in there, and then you just create the group. Like, it's very, very easy. There's me. This is all my information. Next. Now I can add participants. So now I could say, all right, I want to add in, Matt Mitro. And then I can just do, his email address, and then I can add him to the list, and then it sends him an invitation. All right. So now this is my group, and at any point in time, I can invite more people to join, right? I can select people from other groups that I've done in the past. I can customize my email. And then what I can do is, this is like the group feed. So now I can actually go in and I can add images. I can schedule posts. So I can schedule a whole week at a time. But then my customers will get an email invitation to this group. And now this becomes the place where they check in. So it's off of Facebook. It's through the Challenge Tracker app. Me as the coach, I can do this on the computer, but they will check in through their phones. And you can, if you log into the Beachbody On Demand or the Challenge Tracker app, you will be able to see your group there, and you'll be able to post and check in and log in right from there. So it's awesome. There's also challenge group guides. So if you say to yourself, all right, I don't want to use Melanie's challenge group guides, I just want to use Beachbody's, then you can come right in here and you can say, all right, we are doing the 21-day fix, and here is the 21-day fix challenge group guide. And so there you go. Then you have the whole thing right there. All right. So super easy to do. You can use what Beachbody has to offer, or you can use your own. So that's one of the ways. Like, the Challenge Tracker app is awesome. You can also go into the training tab in the Coach Online Office, and there is a whole section on the Challenge Tracker app as well, if you want to use that too. So that's another awesome place and resource for you to go to. Okay, so it's up to you. It's up to you how you want to run your groups. I tend to, for whatever reason, my people have always been on Facebook, and so I think because I started my business there, that's just where people get mad when I run my groups on the app because they like Facebook. But I would say, if you're coming in new, run it on the app and try it out. It is kind of nice that it's off of Facebook, especially if you are an Instagram person and you find that most of your people come from Instagram and they don't have a Facebook account. This is a great way to be able to do it. And then the app will send you notifications and stuff as well. So that would be something to check out. Other questions? I know not everybody is filling out their business activity tracker. I haven't been getting very many of them on a weekly basis, but that is one thing that I want to encourage you to do. I know that the first 30 days, I know Bianca did the Power Hour last week, and she went through the significance and importance of that being what you do each and every week. But I'm going to tell you that I wholeheartedly believe that a lot of times people do not have success as coaches because they spend a lot of time thinking. They spend a lot of time scrolling. They spend a lot of time second guessing themselves or creating content instead of doing the vital behaviors of the business, inviting people, following up, adding new people to your contact list, learning how to be efficient and effective at having conversations about what a challenge group is and what we do. And the only way to acquire customers is to practice to get better, to invite people, to not be afraid, and to build your confidence through taking action. You can read every self-help book known to man, and you can have them all on your shelf right now, but if you don't take action, you will continue to stay in the current spot. So the one thing that I want to say to you is, like, set the intentions for this third week coming up. If you did not have success at getting challengers into the holiday survival guide or into the group that your coach had set up, then set a new group. Set a start date. Maybe it's next Monday, December 4th, or maybe it's going to be, 30 days of fitness, or however you want to spin it, something for New Year's, whatever it might be. You think of a name, you think of a challenge. We've gone through this whole first 3 weeks. You know how to create an event. You know how to advertise for it. Now we just need to practice it. So if your group didn't work out, I don't want you to say, I'll wait until next month, or I'll wait until after the holidays. I want you to literally just start fresh. Start another group, advertise for it, invite for it, follow up to it. And one other thing is lead with the challenge pack at all times. I always lead with the Kickstart, which is the 3-day refresh, and Shakeology and the fitness program or Beachbody On Demand, because especially now, like, everybody wants a good, quick 3 days. Let's clean it out. Let's get back on track. Like, they can start with a 3-day refresh. They can roll right into their program. We'll work on the nutrition together. We'll work on the meal planning. Like, I look at it that way. And so that allows you to kind of leverage that 3-day refresh. It gives you a bigger commission. It helps kind of people jumpstart into their fitness. So think about that. That might not be a bad idea for you to kind of start with as well. So start fresh, write your intentions. What are your intentions for the business this week? What do you hope to get out of it? And then every day, give yourself a gut check. Pull out your business activity tracker. Did I accomplish the things that move my business forward, or did I just play on the computer today? Did I just play on my phone today? And I want you to be very purposeful about the time you spend doing your business. And I promise you, like I said on the very first week, it's not always going to be easy. It's going to take you some time to get comfortable, but you will get there. Remember what I said, 3 customers, 3 people with a challenge pack. That's your minimum. I know you can all do it. You have to be confident and practice and put yourself out there and share your story as well. So tomorrow is Transformation Tuesday. Everybody should be 3 weeks into their fitness program if you just started a new one. So let's post our transformation pictures so far to date and where we're at, and let's use that as leverage too. All right. Any final questions? Final questions before we wrap things up? No? Yes, we're good. All right. So let's go out there. Intentions, business activity tracker, rock our challenge group, rock our goals, and I will see you back here next week. It'll be our last call. So I will see you guys later. Have a good week. Talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.